Governor Bill Lee announcing a reform partnership between law enforcement agencies across the state. News 4's Shelby Stephens is live outside the state capitol. Shelby, we heard from him and his team, less than an hour ago here. He says this is a first step in creating change. So what exactly will this change?
Well, he wants to see a few things happen for law enforcement agencies across the state of Tennessee. Now, he wants to see them review their use of force policies. He also wants to see improving of information sharing and more training for these future department officers. Now, right now, there is not a plan on how they'll do this, but law enforcement directors, chiefs, sheriffs from all over the state will help to create these policies. And when it comes to the use of force policies, agencies have 60 days to make sure chokeholds are not used to restrain people, also to make sure they have peer-to-peer accountability. For improving information sharing, they're going to use a database to make sure officers who were fired for violent offenses are not coming to departments here in the state and getting jobs. Now, they also will add 88 hours of training to the future law enforcement officer training programs. Now, something that caught my ear was he was talking about things like making sure they know how to talk with and really communicate with protesters here in the state. Now, the governor kept on saying how this is the first step. So I asked him what the future looks like for the state of Tennessee.
You know, this is a process that won't stop. I believe we've got to be committed to a never-ending process of change, continuous improvement in all of our policing efforts. And that will include engaging in a greater way with communities and listening to communities, listening to individuals, listening to having actually listening conversations across the state.
Now, Lee and law enforcement directors that were there today, they talked about how they want to see the relationship between law enforcement officers and community members bettered through these policies. Of course, there will be a lot of information that will come out about this as they start to create these policies. Back to you guys in the studio.